Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the incredible, kind of ancient connection between music and the most important moments in our lives. From huge celebrations to those really personal milestones. So, have you ever really thought about that? Why is it that the right song can just take a totally normal event and make it feel, well, epic? Something you're going to remember forever. Let's break down how that actually works. To really understand the power music has in these big moments, we've got to start with the two most basic ingredients humans have been using in ceremonies for like thousands of years: rhythm and the human voice.
Okay, first things first, what even is a ritual? Well, it's really just a structured ceremony that we use to mark a significant moment. This could be anything from an ancient tribe celebrating a good harvest all the way to you at your own graduation ceremony.
At the very foundation of pretty much every ritual is rhythm. You can think of it as a universal language. It's the pulse that guides the whole ceremony and kind of makes sure everyone is on the exact same emotional page. And this is where it gets really interesting. Rhythm physically affects us in some pretty amazing ways. A shared beat can literally sync up people's heartbeats and their movements. It builds up this incredible energy, helps everyone focus, and can even change our brainwaves. It's like the ultimate tool for making a bunch of individuals feel like one single unified group. All right, so the other core ingredient is the human voice. And it might just be the most powerful instrument of all. Why? Because it doesn't just carry a sound. It carries specific words, big ideas, and incredibly raw emotion. Everything from deep sadness to pure joy. A really key way the voice gets used is through chanting. It's basically just repeating words or sounds, usually with a pretty simple melody. And the simplicity is the genius part. It's super easy to remember, so literally everyone in a community, from young to old, can join in and feel that connection. So we have rhythm and we have voice. Now let's look at how these two ingredients get combined to turn a whole group of individuals into a really powerful, unified us. And this chart illustrates it perfectly. When we listen to music by ourselves, yeah, we might feel focused, but the moment we start to sing or chant or move to a rhythm with other people, that feeling of group connection just skyrockets. It makes us feel like we're part of something way bigger than just ourselves. And this same idea gets used on a massive scale. I mean, think about national anthems, or the powerful sound of the brass and drums in a military parade. That isn't just some background music. Nope. It's a very specific kind of ritual designed to create a powerful feeling of shared identity and national pride. And when you add movement into the mix, it gets even more powerful. In rituals, music and dance are almost always linked. The music kind of gives the instructions, and through the dance, people can physically act out the important stories and values of their community, making history feel totally alive and full of energy. Okay, now let's get a little more personal. Music doesn't just unite these big groups, it also guides us as individuals through the biggest changes and transformations in our own lives. So in a lot of coming-of-age ceremonies, for example, the music is basically a guide. The soundtrack actually changes to match the person's transformation. It might start off with some serious, thoughtful music to show the weight of new responsibilities, but then it'll shift to more upbeat songs to celebrate a new status in the community. Just look at music's incredible range here. For a wedding, the music is festive and romantic, right? It signals a new beginning. But for a funeral, it's way more somber and reflective, offering comfort and a space to grieve. It's the exact same tool, music, but it's perfectly customized to guide us through completely different, powerful emotions. All right, finally, let's bring all of this into the 21st century. Because while these traditions are definitely ancient, the basic ideas behind them are still a huge part of the world we're living in right now. I mean, our instruments have evolved like crazy, from people hitting hollow logs and animal skins to us programming digital synthesizers and using these massive stadium sound systems. But our basic human need for that powerful ritual sound, that hasn't changed one bit. You can actually draw a straight line from ancient festivals that celebrated the seasons to modern music festivals like Coachella or Lollapalooza. The core purpose is exactly the same. Thousands of people gathering together for a powerful shared experience with sound. And you take part in these modern rituals all the time, chanting for your favorite team at a game, singing along with thousands of people at a concert, that formal march at graduation. Heck, even your personal playlist that you use to get hyped up for something important is its own little mini ritual, using music to set the mood. So that leaves us with one final thought. From the biggest celebration you can imagine to your daily routine, music is shaping your experience. The only question left is, what's the soundtrack to your life?